Welcome to kindergarten and the beginning of your child's learning journey in the Peel District School Board. We are excited to begin this journey together with you. Our kindergarten classrooms are magical places where our children's dreams begin to grow.
Honestly, I would say every moment brings me joy because they surprise me in everything that they do.
I love my teacher. I love playing with my friends.
In the kindergarten classroom, there are two educators. There's an Ontario certified teacher and a designated early childhood educator who work together as a team to plan play-based learning experiences, inquiries, to document learning, to communicate with families, and support the children in the play-based program. The educator team collaborates and works together as a partnership to meet the needs of the children.
Also, we involve parents into the program. We invite them for our field trips. We invite them to come to the classrooms and read stories and play with the children to make sure that every child is very happy and satisfied in the class.
We view families as partners in learning with their children, and the classroom is an extension of their home. So we want them to feel comfortable here when they enter the classroom every day, and parents are always welcome to observe their children at play. We invite them in to look at the documentation that's around the room so that they can see what their children are doing in the classroom, what they're learning, and how they can best support their children at home. There's a lot of oral language. They're able to talk about what they're doing. There's writing, math, reading, science throughout the room, and children are encouraged to collaborate with one another and problem solve through their play.
When children learn through play, they're investigating, they're discovering, they're working on their problem-solving skills. They are developing those critical thinking pathways that they'll need for later on in life.
So when they're playing with the bee robots and they are coding their bees to follow a path that they have created, they make mistakes and have to try again by programming the robots with new code.
These learning experiences help to provoke questions. They ask questions of us, and we extend their learning further through their play.
The kindergarten program is the perfect place for diverse needs. I find when we are setting up or choosing materials for learning and play, we set up the centers with every student in mind. So basically any student in the classroom, regardless of their needs, should be able to engage with materials at a center and experience success.
There's a lot of ways that they communicate. Children are always communicating, and it's not always through words, right? So our facial expressions and gestures, the way children interact with one another. We value the first language, absolutely, and so very often there may be another child or children in the classroom that speak the first language that are also a help in helping with communicating, and the same with educators. Sometimes we may have an educator who speaks that child's language, which also helps. So we want to send the message that as they are learning English, we value that first language as well.
Not just limited to the indoor classroom environment, we bring it outdoors through all sorts of seasons because the seasons really present ample opportunities for children to learn different concepts. So that is a big part of the kindergarten program as well, where we see the opportunity to pull in literacy, to pull in math, pull in writing. Those are the moments during play that we are doing that teaching.
So if the children are working at the water table, for example, experimenting with capacity by counting how many scoops they're putting in a container or how many items they're putting in to represent scoops of ice cream, and then perhaps taking that and making a menu for their ice cream shop. So we're incorporating math, language, problem solving, all different areas of the kindergarten program into their play.
And we guide them through explicit instruction of letter sounds. That could be us sounding out the letters, or we can be encouraging the children to sound out the letters.
Trim,
We did it. We're all done because we are all.
And that happens through play.
We will, through conversations or making observations in their play, pull out some of that academic learning. For example, we had a pair of students who had built a tower outside with blocks. They worked really hard to get it up to 6 levels, which was about the same height as I am. So they problem solved, had to keep working on it. It fell down a few times. We went through and we counted. We printed that picture and the students wrote about what they had done. Then they added the numbers on the floors. We added some other language. We talked about ordinal numbers, first, second, third, fourth, and added those. And we put it up in the classroom for other students to then reference and see. Kindergarten communication of learning. The initial observations will come home in November.
Yeah.
And then there's another communication of learning sent home in February and then again in June. There's a lot of documentation that happens. We take a lot of pictures and we gather those pictures. We make anecdotal notes with them based on the learning that we see for each child. And then as educators, we use that information then to plan where we go next. So if we're noticing students that are like in their writing are sounding words out, then we make sure there's opportunities for that in all of our centers. Like we'll have clipboards and paper around, and as the adults in the room, we'll encourage them to add some writing to their learning.
Supporting kindergarten children with smooth transitions from before care to getting on and off the bus and to after-school care helps them have a calm and connected day. These moments can be big changes for young children, so having familiar routines and friendly faces makes a difference. When we offer gentle guidance and keep things consistent, children feel safe and secure knowing what to expect throughout their day. And this helps to create a seamless experience so that children can enjoy each part of their day with confidence and comfort from start to finish.
In Peel, kindergarten is a place where children become the heroes of their own stories and a place where the impossible becomes possible. As children, they discover the joy of discovery and the quest to understand. We can't wait to get started on this journey with your child.